Hello guys, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. As you can see, we've got ourselves some epic Starcraft 1 music in the background. Hope you will enjoy that. Don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up, and we're going to have a Protoss versus Zerg today. It is going to be two streamers, so if you want to have a look at those channels, make sure to go on Twitch and search for them. It's Neruo and RotterdaM. So these guys are super popular. RotterdaM, by the way, also a caster, so he is not a professional. I think he's a freelance caster, so he's not employed permanently by tournament entities, but he does do the tournaments quite often. His list of castings is pretty damn amazing, and I hope that one day I could potentially reach such heights. So let's see how this one plays out. We've got ourselves everything going down pretty normal so far, no super rushes, so that's good to see. And I wouldn't expect something like that from two nice players like this. So as you can see here, Neruo on the top left hand side here, he is on Team Exiles. And RotterdaM, I'm not actually sure if he's on any team right now. RSFO8, I'm not sure if that is a team or not, but this dude is pretty damn cool. Usually streams in the early hours of European time, so something like 7 to 10 AM, which is roughly about, you know, I would say, what's that, about midnight to 12 o'clock EST time. But he streams for quite long, so, you know, his streams are pretty cool. Let's see what's going on here. As you can see here, it looks like Neruo has actually opted to go for the second expansion over here rather than the natural one, which is it's actually quite a good choice. But at the same time, the way I feel, it doesn't really make that much of a difference in terms of expanding. The thought process of it before, when I was speaking to some players in the past, was that if you're spreading your creep, you're essentially sending your creep in the correct direction at the very beginning, which kind of makes sense. But I feel that in Legacy of the Void, creep spread has not been as important as it has previously been. The way it was not Legacy of the Void, sorry, it was Wings of Liberty. Essentially, you'd really have to focus on your creep spread in the game, because the games lasted so much longer, and the creep spread really gave you a huge advantage in terms of seeing exactly where your opponent is, and of course being able to send your units and reinforce units much quicker once they're on creep. So it did play a much bigger effect, and I hope that Blizzard can do something to change this back so that the creep tumors become a lot more of a necessity rather than a commodity that players actually get every now and then. So let's see now. I wonder, is this a full block? No, it doesn't look like it. That's actually not a full block here, so there would be something able to escape through there. And it looks like he's bringing out a zealot. So this zealot is essentially there just to basically block in case there is going to be a few zerglings coming down here. So this pylon never actually got cancelled, and obviously looks like RotterdaM really doesn't want Neruo to actually to expand a second time. He wants him to contain him a little bit and essentially keep his economy at 2 base for as long as possible. These overlords now in position at this point. Looks like he's going to be getting himself an adept first, not a stalker. This base doing quite well. As you can see here, Neruo is just droning up right now. He is trying to get his economy rolling. He only has one unit on, or one drone on the gas, which is a little bit interesting. Seems like the low gas plays have been quite popular with Zerg in recent times. I mean, it hasn't been like that so much in Heartless Swarm and Wings of Liberty, but in Legacy of the Void it seems that sticking on one gas and maybe even 0 gases has been very popular up until about, you know, 40-50 supply, which is exactly what Neruo is doing. So I would be expecting to see another gas coming. There it is. Actually, just as I was saying, it has been going down. So about 46 supply is when that went down. Roach Warren also on the way, so going to be shifting straight into the tier 1.5 tech, which I consider roaches as. And these are just gateways, so sticking on the original tech. Looks like he's getting resonating glaives as well. And he's putting down a pylon over here. It's not really... Oh, okay, it is a proxy of some sort. So I wonder if he's just hiding this, or if he's going to do some sort of shenanigans with that. Honestly, I wouldn't expect too much crazy stuff going down here. There we go, the Overlord going down. This Overlord, the Overcharge, I mean, this Overlord is dead at this point. Now, there's nothing really to see here, just a few gateways. And the amount of gateways that are being put down, I mean, that's 3, that's 7, 8. And then a 9th one over here. This is quite a lot of gateways for 2 bases. I mean, with 9 gateways, he won't actually be able to support any other production units. So 9 gateways is just about maxing out your resource expenditure. So unless he goes for a 3rd base very, very shortly, I wouldn't expect to see a robotics facility too soon. But then again, he could easily put it down, since all he has to do really is just not produce out of the gateways for a little bit. Although that would be, of course, a little bit of a waste. But let's see what he does with that. So it looks like Neruo is starting his roach production, and as you can see, that is actually on 3 fully saturated bases. He's got himself a total of 3 gases right now, all fully saturated. Oh no, is this going to get cancelled? Yes, it is indeed. Kill off the little drone. We don't want that to escape. And this pylon has indeed been spotted by these roaches. So he's going to know that this is here. And looks like he's going to surround it, pick it off, get a free kill on it. And that's a lot of adepts. They will definitely be able to take on this amount of roaches. But if Neruo keeps reinforcing this like that, they would eventually get taken out. But no, the numbers are not great for Neruo. I mean, he's not keeping up in terms of these adepts, and I think that he should be just fine to clean this up. I think that Neruo just a little bit overextended here. I think he should stay back until he got a much greater army before engaging onto these. But the army supplies are very close right now. As you can see, more roaches, more zerglings being made as well. Neruo is probably trying to get as many units out as possible right now, because that will be super important to survive against this adept aggression. Looks like a stalker being warped in, one single stalker. And oh no, that's a lot of roaches now, so he might want to be very careful with these. I mean, if he lands these on top of the roaches, it might not look that great for him. But this positioning, this means that these zerglings are not able to attack at all until they actually get through the roaches here. So despite the fact that this was probably a little bit favouring RotterdaM here, I think that the amount of roaches here is going to quickly start turning that in the other way. What is this here? Just an overload getting taken out, and there we go. These adepts now getting cleaned up. And oh no, that's not looking good. So he seems like he went for an all-in here. He wasn't interested in going for an expansion at all. So Neruo taking his game. I think, to be honest, that was a big mistake there to actually jump straight into that. I think he should have kept those adepts at bay and just not engage with them and build up a bigger army with potentially immortals. Immortals could have turned this around very, very quickly. Now, on the other hand, looking at that, at the way that was looking, let me just return back to game. At this point, Neruo actually had, let me just switch that back. He actually had 6 gases at this point, or sorry, 5 gases. So this is actually not one, not taken yet. So he could have very easily gone for Mutalisks here, and after that, with this amount of adepts and no stalkers, that would have went quite nasty for RotterdaM altogether. But look, it's fine. I mean, it happens. This game was, of course, a Grandmaster game. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. Hope you will subscribe as well and see some of my future content. I will see you guys next time. Good luck.